Hello, everyone. This is horror author James Hershey Jr. from the Staring to the Abyss radio show, and welcome to a special edition of Paranormal News. This is going to be a special where we talk about different celebrities and their ghost encounters and paranormal experiences. To do this, we're going to go to an article. So the article is on popcrush.com, and it was written by Jack Irvin, and it was published August 14th, 2020. The title of this article is 28 Celebrities Share Their Ghost Encounters and Paranormal Experiences. People either believe in ghosts or they don't. However, one thing is for sure. No one can deny the thrill of a chilling ghost story or the curiosity that comes with a supposed paranormal encounter. That's exactly why film franchises like Ghostbusters and television series like Celebrity Ghost Stories and Ghost Hunters have remained so successful for so many years. With the attention of celebrities constantly in high demand by living people, it only makes sense that the ghosts want to talk to them too. From Gwen Stefani to Cher, it seems as though most famous people have had a ghostly encounter, whether haunting, heartwarming, or even sexually charged. Below, check out 28 stars who have had run-ins with the paranormal. Now at this point, I can't go any further on the computer. The story doesn't show up. But I did get it on my phone, so I'm going to share the phone version of it for you. Because as you can see, I go down the page here, and it just goes to ads and then to another story. And there's nothing to hit to read that story. But when you look it up on the phone, it actually shows up the whole thing. I don't know why that is, but that's what it is. So the first one is Gwen Stefani. During an interview with guest host Dua Lipa on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Gwen Stefani revealed that while she hasn't seen a ghost herself, one of her sons apparently encountered a ghoul during a stay at Langham Hotel in London. Quote, "We didn't know that they say it's haunted there," end quote, Stefani explained. Quote, "And then you look it up, and there are stories about it. He saw this guy in a curtain. He was only 2 when he told me," end quote. Hopefully it was a one-time encounter, and the ghost doesn't holla back. Holla back. It's obviously a reference to her song. This is going to be a fun article, I think. It's going to have a lot of that kind of stuff in it. The next one is Machine Gun Kelly. 2 weeks after Machine Gun Kelly's father passed away in early July 2020, the rapper claimed that he received a missed call from him, and he posted a screenshot on Instagram to prove it. Quote, "I've been looking for a sign. Haven't slept right since," end quote, he wrote. "My girl said spirits communicate through electromagnetic waves because moving physical objects is harder," he added, seemingly referring to his girlfriend, Megan Fox. The next one is Kristen Stewart. Vampires and werewolves aren't the only supernatural figures Kristen Stewart is familiar with. In a 2019 interview with Vanity Fair, Stewart revealed that she talks to ghosts. "If I'm in a weird small town making a movie, and I'm in a strange apartment, I will literally be like, 'No, please, I cannot deal. Anyone else, but it cannot be me,'" she said, noting that she's still unsure of the specifics of ghost existence. "Who knows what ghosts are? But there is an energy that I'm really sensitive to. Not just with ghosts, but with people. Note to ghosts, leave Kristen alone." Adele. Following the monstrous success of 2011's 21 album, Adele spent a pretty penny, $6 million, on a new 25-acre home in West Sussex. As she settled into the home, which used to be a convent, however, Adele started to hear mysterious noises that creeped her out. In order to keep herself safe, the Hello singer upgraded the home's security presence. According to The Sun, you can never be too safe. Aaron Carter. Teen idol Aaron Carter didn't believe in ghosts growing up, but as his grandmother was about to pass away, she set out to convince him they were real by asking a favor of him. Carter revealed on Celebrity Ghost Stories in 2012. She said, quote, "When I die, I want you to light a candle, and when the candle burns out, I'm going to show myself to you to prove to you that there's life after death," he recalled. Carter wanted to respect her wishes, so he did what he was told. He alleges that as he blew the candle out, he saw her ghost, and she said, "I told you." Oh, Aaron. Kendall Jenner. Model and television personality Kendall Jenner dished in a 2018 Scary Stories video for Vogue that she believes in ghosts, and even though she's never seen one, she has experienced some pretty ghosty situations. She claimed that her mother, Kris Jenner, had been haunted by a ghost in her own home. Kylie and I would always hear footsteps on the roof while no one was home, Jenner explained. Kylie's shower used to turn on all the time, and we never knew why. I'm convinced it was a ghost. What kind of ghost runs around on the roof? It's a weird-ass ghost. Lucy Liu. Back in 1999, the Charlie's Angels star revealed to Us Weekly that she once had a sexually charged run-in with the paranormal. Is it Us Weekly or US Weekly? Answer down in the comments if you know the answer to that. Because my wife got that magazine and we could never figure out whether it was Us or US. I think it's Us because the S isn't capitalized. That's my theory. Quote, it was sheer bliss. I felt everything. I climaxed. And then he floated away. Liu detailed the alleged event that took place during a nap on her futon. Quote, it was almost like what might have happened to Mary. That's how it felt. Something came down and touched me, and now it watches over me. Whatever you say, Queen. Emma Stone. Multi-million-dollar checks from films like La La Land aren't the only payments Emma Stone receives. The actress told David Letterman in 2014 that she often gets very specific payments from her late grandfather, despite never getting the chance to meet him. Quote, there's a long family history with quarters. My grandfather leaves quarters. It's him. It's absolutely him, she dished. It's not a logical thing. It's magical. Maybe Emma is the favorite of the family. We love Emma Stone. She's one of those actors that whenever we see she's in a movie, we watch it. Me and my wife. We really enjoy her movies. Dan Aykroyd. Saturday Night Live alum Dan Aykroyd hasn't only encountered ghosts as a star of Ghostbusters, he's also come into contact with the spooky specters in a much more intimate setting, not once, but twice. Aykroyd wrote for the Huffington Post back in 2010 that he first felt a sexual ghost presence in his bed while he lived with singer and actress Mama Cass. He then told Esquire in 2013 that a male ghost cuddled up to him in bed, and he was down for it. He recalled thinking, I'm just going to roll over and snuggle with it. Why waste a perfect moment? Aykroyd is not only an amazing actor, but he is one hell of a paranormal investigator as well. Keanu Reeves. The Matrix icon Keanu Reeves told Jimmy Kimmel in 2014 that when he was like 6 or 7 years old, he believes he saw a ghost in his family's then New York City apartment. Quote, I'm hanging out. There was a doorway, and all of a sudden this jacket comes waving through the doorway. This empty jacket. There's no body, no legs. It's just there. And then it disappears, he recalled. Reeves didn't know what to think at the time until he looked over at his nanny, whose mouth was agape in shock. He then said to himself, oh wow, so that was real. Melissa McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy hilariously hunted ghosts in a 2016 Ghostbusters remake, but her real-life paranormal experiences have been a bit more heartwarming. While promoting the film on the Ellen DeGeneres Show in 2015, she divulged that 3 weeks after her great-grandmother died, she saw her just fully standing there in the same house dress and apron that she always had on. She shared another ghost encounter that she endured with her sister after moving into a new house in Colorado. Quote, the kitchen door all of a sudden just slammed open, and slammed twice, and then went back to being closed, end quote, she said. 2 weeks later, I moved to New York. Anna Nicole Smith. The late Anna Nicole Smith once dished to FHM magazine that she's had sex with a ghost not once, not twice, but every night for a period of time while she lived in Texas. Smith initially thought it was her boyfriend, but she quickly realized it wasn't. Quote, I was freaked out about it, but then I was like, well, you know what, he's never hurt me, and he just gave me some amazing sex, so I have no problem, end quote. She told the Men's magazine in 2004. It was not a dream because it was happening every night. I told my boyfriend and he didn't believe me. Of course, men. Paz de la Huerta. Boardwalk Empire and Lana Del Rey's video games music video actress Paz de la Huerta swears that she hooked up with Elvis Presley's ghost at his Graceland recording studio. I'm probably really butchering her last name and I apologize for that, but I can't seem to pronounce it. Huerta or something. I don't know. Quote, I stood in this corner and I felt him. What can I say? I felt him touch me. End quote. De La Huerta told the New York Times in 2011. I think I nailed it that time. Quote, I felt his spirit go through me and give me pleasure. Sometimes you truly can't help falling in love, even with the dearly departed. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift filmed most of the writing process of 2017's Reputation album on camera, and while writing Gorgeous, she caught something spooky in action. Midway through the video, as she can be seen writing the song's first verse, it appears as though an automatic screen lowers in front of her window. Swift, caught off guard, freezes as dogs begin to bark. She then looks into the camera with wide eyes and says, Ghosts. Maybe if the Cardigan singer wasn't so secretive about her new music, Ghost wouldn't be trying to spy on her. Miley and Noah Cyrus. Miley Cyrus had her own ghostly experience while staying in a rental apartment in London. The mother's daughter singer told LUK in 2013 she was with her younger sister Noah Cyrus, who was showering when Miley heard her scream. I run in the bathroom and the water had somehow flipped to hot, but it wasn't like the water had just changed. The knob had turned, but she hadn't turned it, and it was burning her. She was really red, Cyrus detailed, noting that she'd had an inkling there may have been a paranormal presence around. I thought I had seen a little boy sitting on the sink watching me take a shower, so I felt really freaked out. She added that other family members who stayed with her also had spooky experiences in the apartment, so she ended up leaving shortly after. Demi Lovato. Long before she enrolled in Camp Rock, Demi Lovato grew up in a Texas home that she believed was so ridiculously haunted, she told BuzzFeed in 2013. Not by a bad spirit, but a little girl. I think her name is Emily, she said. I've had a medium come over in Ghost Hunters, and they both told me the same name, Emily. Lovato recalled Emily mysteriously operating technology and moving objects in her childhood home. But rather than let it scare her, the I Love Me singer felt the experience provided her with a strong connection to those who have passed. When you're sensitive to energy, you can tell if something is off or happening, she explained. Everyone can be open to it if they open their mind. Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande has always had an interest in ghosts, but she learned to leave them alone after an eerie experience she told Complex about in 2013. While in Kansas City with some friends, the Seven Ring singer visited a haunted castle and encountered what she believes was a demon. I felt this sick, overwhelming feeling of negativity over the whole car, and we smelled sulfur, which is a sign of a demon. And there was a fly in the car randomly, which is another sign of a demon, she detailed. Grande took a photo at the scene of three faces she described as textbook demons, but deleted it after feeling like the spirits were following her and her friends. Coco Austin. During a 2012 appearance on the talk show Naughty But Nice, Ice-T's wife Coco Austin alleged that she received unwanted advances from a perverted ghost one night while watching TV. I was wearing a nightie, and I felt my dress moving up my leg. I looked down and got freaked out, said the actress, dancer, model, and TV personality. I pushed my dress down, watched TV, felt it again, and I could see it being pulled up. And then I felt a guy breathing in my ear, she continued. Austin added that her marriage to Ice-T has seemingly warded off all ghosts, and honestly we're glad he was able to instate some paranormal marital boundaries. Yeah, you don't mess with Ice-T. Even if you're dead, you don't mess with Ice-T. Marilyn Manson. Try and take yourself back to a time where Marilyn Manson was merely a student at a Christian school. He revealed on Celebrity Ghost Stories in 2010 that during that time a group of friends talked him into reciting incantations by Bic Lighter in an allegedly haunted basement. While Manson read from the pages, he began to hear voices that he believed were ghostly presences. I believe in the fact that there is energy, and if you mess with it, something can happen, the iconic shock rocker said. We stopped, and I could hear talking, and it was very scary. It was something along the lines of, do you believe in Satan? Tiffany. Prior to her career as a teen pop star in the 80s, Tiffany claimed she encountered some ghosts after deciding to read the Satanic Bible one day with her girlfriends. We were reading this book, and they were wanting to talk to these spirits, she dished on Celebrity Ghost Stories in 2012. I definitely felt a darkness, a heaviness, a presence. It felt almost like these hands were going to come out and grab you at any moment. No place felt safe in that room. I don't think we're alone now. Charlie XCX. While Charlie XCX was creating the music that would eventually become a 2014 Sucker album, she encountered a ghost in her unusual studio space, an abandoned and allegedly haunted hotel in Stockholm, Sweden. Is that her name, Charlie XCX, or does XCX stand for something? I have never heard of this person, ever. She's probably very popular too. A woman drowned herself at the lake in front of the hotel, and she still lives there, XCX told the Daily Star. We got a recording of her voice, which is on my phone. I want to put it on every song on the album. There's been no update to the story, so whether or not the ghost provided backing vocals on Break the Rules is to be determined. Megan Fox. Actress Megan Fox revealed in a 2014 interview with MTV News that she doesn't just believe in ghosts, she believes in everything. She told a story about a hotel she stayed in on a Mexico vacation that may have been a bit haunted. I had pre-ordered breakfast for 7:30, and at 7 a.m. I hear them pouring the coffee. 30 minutes later at 7:30 I went in there. No table, no coffee, no food, no nothing. No one there. Doorbell rings, I open the door, it's room service with my food. Maybe just a half-asleep sonic hallucination. Fox insists it wasn't. Brandy the nanny comes out later and says, "Why did room service come at 7 when we told them to come at 7:30? So you can't tell me I'm crazy because 2 people heard it." Nikki Blonsky. For many years, the Twitter bio of Nikki Blonsky, yes, from the movie Hairspray, read as follows: actress, singer, dancer, public speaker, paranormal investigator. While it's unclear how much experience she has in the latter industry, she may have encountered some paranormal activity in her own home, according to a 2018 tweet. I think I have a Spanish ghost in my house, because every time I leave the room, the TV changes itself to the telenueva, LOL. Blonsky, who appeared in the 2019 film titled Ghost in the Graveyard, wrote, "Well, hey, we all have our guilty pleasures. I guess ghosts do too. As long as a ghost is cool, they can watch their telenovelas when I'm not home." Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez told Jimmy Fallon all about her forays into amateur ghost busting during an appearance on The Tonight Show in 2015. "I believe in ghosts, so I have a ghost app." The Lose You to Love Me singer said, "I believe that spirits can tap into technology. Why not, right?" Gomez stated further that while one time in a concert venue, the app actually said people in her life by name, and Fallon poked fun at her in response. "You know what? You're actually upsetting the spirit," she cautioned him. "They're mad at you." Kesha. Kesha's never been one to shy away from sharing a wacky story, whether she's breaking into Prince's house to give him her demo CD, or having sex with a ghost apparently. She told Ryan Seacrest on his radio show in 2012 that the track Supernatural off of her Warrior album was written after some sexy time with a ghost. The track's lyrics, "Baby, when we're touching in the dark, can you feel it?" allude to the steamy spiritual situation, which she spoke about in more detail on Conan in 2012, claiming she went to the bone zone. It's unclear whether or not the encounter went well, as she told Jimmy Kimmel in 2013 that her private parts was now haunted. Yikes, somebody please get Kesha some sage. Gigi Hadid. Supermodel Gigi Hadid detailed in a 2018 Vogue video that she's had a lot of unexplained experiences with the supernatural, specifically recalling a story from when she and her sister Bella were young. "We lived in this really old house, and I was given the attic as my room. We used to hear this weird sound in the closet, and then we asked my dad, and he said this old lady used to live in the house," she said, adding that her family chose to befriend the ghost. "We would talk to her, we'd be like, 'Girl, we'll bring you some tea. Tea time with the Hadids and a ghost. Sign us up.'" Lucy Hale. Lucy Hale may have been a pretty little liar, but she claims she's telling the truth when she says there's a ghost in her house. The actress ditched a Hollywood teen zine in 2010 that her paranormal roommate has turned her coffee maker on in the middle of the night and randomly closed doors, among other inconveniences. "I have a motion sensor that lights up in my apartment, and I swear it lights up sometimes when there's nothing under it," she said. "And my dog barks a lot. I don't feel that threatened, but it definitely freaks me out. Does the ghost pay rent, we wonder." Cher. When Sonny and Cher said "I got you, babe," they meant it forever, minus the divorce part. Cher has claimed on multiple occasions that Sonny Bono has visited her from the afterlife, but she assured a fan during a Reddit AMA that it doesn't scare her. I love Ghost. I actually think that Sonny makes a light go on. The outspoken icon added, I prefer Ghost to some people. Hey, Ghost deserve a life after love too. And that is the end of the article. Those are all of the celebrity ghost stories from this article. And they were interesting, some of them. One thing I noticed is there was a whole lot of them where the ghost was having sex with the celebrity. That was seemed to be a trend through a lot of these. I guess I get that because Hollywood is a sexual place and everything like that. That being said, there's one gentleman in this list, Dan Aykroyd, that I touched on a little bit earlier. Dan Aykroyd is actually one hell of a researcher and investigator. He has been involved with the paranormal pretty much his whole life. He has a family history that goes back into paranormal as well. It runs in his family. These people have been investigating and researching for a long, long time. I have watched several interviews that Dan Aykroyd did. One really good one to check out is his appearance on Joe Rogan. Unbelievable interview. That man is a treasure trove of information and knowledge. So, hat tip to Dan Aykroyd. That is one person that I will listen to when he talks about the paranormal, who is a celebrity, because that gentleman knows what he's talking about. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little presentation. I come across these kind of articles sometimes, and usually what I share in the news segments are more serious articles and more scientific articles and stuff like that. But every once in a while, a fluff piece like this kind of catches my eye, and I kind of got a kick out of this one, some of the things that the celebrities were saying. So I hope that you enjoyed it as well. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and all that jazz. And thank you very much for watching and supporting the channel. And until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.